Hey Ryan, this is Ali, and this video is a part of updating the flow of all the sensors installed against some project in the summary view. And previously, you will see the same data for pressure, warp-free, and the generator 420 million sensors on port 2 and port 3, because we use we have min-max chart on the port 1 for against the other 420 million sensor. So we have we have API which is actually responsible to fetch the ORP data and save in the mapdb. So we use that information against the serial numbers to plot the ORP charts. So but now we have the pressure sensors. So uh, currently I will explain the flow of for all the charts. First of all, I will start with the ORP that we have a ORP. So we use the ORP formula, and we use the ORP sensor which is installed against some assessment, the low calibration and high calibration values of that sensor, that ORP sensor which is installed. So for pressure sensor, we use the low calibration and high calibration values for the pressure sensor, which is a pressure sensor for the that project. For generic sensor port 2, we use if we have any other 420 million sensor on port 2, then we use the low calibration and high calibration values of that sensor in our calculations in the WordP formula. And if we have for other 420 million sensor on the port 3, and then we use the low calibration and high calibration values of that sensor in the calculations of other 420 million sensors chart on the port 3. And the remaining chart, which is the minimax chart, if the other 420 million sensor is installed on port 1, then we use the ORP on position 1 as a minimum value and ORP at position 2 as a maximum value, and plot the min-max chart on the map side. So first of all, I will show you the pressure sensor. So for pressure sensor, for pressure sensor, we use the low calibration high calibration values, which are actually assigned against this project at the time of project creation, like the minimum and maximum values. So we use that those calibrations values as the low calibration high calibrations. So now here you can see that this is the data for pressure sensor. And if you click on the ORP sensor, the data is different, because we use that those low calibration high calibration values. For example, here you see that there are some dots here for 7th Jan. And if we look at the pressure sensor, you see there are 7 Jan, but the data is different, because we have the PSI unit, so 94. So all the stuff you can calculate by using we calculate this data by using the ORP formula, but the low calibration and high calibration are changed. So the only difference between ORP pressure sensor, other 420 million sensor on port 2 and 3, are the calibrations values. So we use low calibration high calibration values of that sensor which is actually installed, which need for example, if I click on pressure sensor, then the data is calculated, the data which is calculated by using the pressure sensor low calibration and high calibration. Previously they use all they use the same low and high calibrations at the time of calculation for ORP. So currently all the changes are staging, and you can verify it, you can test it on your site. And if you have any question, any feedback related to that stuff, kindly update me. Thank you.